Okay, slightly different one for everyone to try today. We're going to try balancing. Now I know it's everyone's nemesis. You try and focus on a spot, your brain then tells you that you can't balance, you start to wobble, you lose it, and then you fall over even more. So there's a trick. You do focus on the spot in front of you. You lift up from the top of your head and you try and keep your hips as square and as straight as you can. And then whatever spot you're focusing on, try and describe that spot in your mind. Make up a story about the spot. Count the sides of the spot. Whatever it is you're looking at, the more you can do to keep your brain focusing on the spot and not focusing on the fact that you're standing on one leg, the easier it will be to balance. Now before we start the balance, we'll do a slow flow, just to get our bodies used to being grounded on the mat. It's really hard to balance straight away. So check that your feet are hip width apart, put your heel into your instep and twizzle your foot around. Roll your shoulders back. Stretch your hands out to the sides. Take a big breath in, reaching up, pressing your hands together. And as you breathe out, slowly fold all the way down, pushing your hips up so you're really stretching through the back of your hamstrings. Tucking your chin, easing your head further down towards your feet. Bring your hands down either side of your feet. Soften your knees and step your right leg back into a lunge. Sinking into your hips. Push your right heel away from you and that will keep your legs strong and straight rather than your knee dropping down towards the mat. Take another big breath in and as you breathe out, step your left leg back. Push both heels away from you. Check that your hands are in line with your shoulders. Hold in your tummy to keep your core nice and strong. Then bend your elbows. Now drop down onto your knees if you need to at any point. Don't force it. If you are coming down, keep your elbows tucked in. Squeezing in tightly. Then scoop through and lift up. Push your hips forwards. Press the tops of your feet down. Try not to sink into your shoulders like this, so you're pushing your chest forwards and rolling your shoulders back. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come up into downward dog. Stretching through your arms, pushing your hips up and aiming your heels down towards the mat. Now you're going to step your right foot back through your hands at the front. Now this again is some people's most hated yoga move. Look forwards towards your hands. If it helps, lift up onto the balls of your feet, pushing your hips up so you get as high as you can. Lift your knee up towards you and try to keep your foot lifted until you can drop it down between your hands. If you only get to here, don't worry, grab the back of your leg and step it back up. Sink into your hips, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back up to the mat. Tucking in your chin, relaxing your shoulders, bring your hands back down, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back into a lunge. Sinking into your right hip this time, checking everything square, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back. Holding your tummy, squeezing in tightly, bend your elbows, and slowly come down towards the mat again. Then scoop through and lift up. Roll your shoulders back. Push your hips forwards, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and lift up again into downward dog. Finding the scoop through your arms, pushing your hips up and then aiming your heels down. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, lift up as high as you can. Crunch your left knee up towards your chest. Look forwards towards your hands and then step your left foot through. Sinking back down into a lunge and step your right foot up. Folding down, tucking in your chin, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch all the way back up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands down to your chest. Find a spot to focus on in front of you. Remember, you're lifting up from the top of your head, pushing your hips forwards. Then put the weight over onto your left foot and lift your right knee up. Just let your body get used to standing on one leg. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Then bring your right knee out to the side. Now here you have various options for tree. You can tap your foot down, so it's just resting on the floor. Again, you're still getting your body used to the balance. Keep stretching your knee out to the side. You can bring it further up onto your shin, just below your knee. Try not to press the sole of your foot into the side of your knee. It will put too much pressure on your kneecap. You can reach down and pull your foot further up, so it's right up into the inside of your thigh. Stretching your knee out to the side, keep your shoulders relaxed, and then slowly lift your arms above your head. Keep telling yourself a story about your spot. Count it, describe the colour, make anything up, just keep focusing on your spot. Then reach your arms out to the sides, spreading your fingers out. Now you're going to slowly peel your right foot away and point it out behind you into star. And you're looking for the angle in your leg so that the muscles tighten down the back of your leg. That will help you to stay strong. And it works right up into your glute. Keep pushing your hips forwards, relaxing your shoulders. Now you've got two options here. You can either come back down and rest back in mountain, or you can come all the way forwards, and that means that you have to move your spot. So imagine the line your spot takes, and then slowly follow the journey of the spot, folding all the way down, bringing your hands down to the top of your mat. Tucking your chin, stretch your right leg out behind you. Try to keep your left leg straight if you can. And if you want an extra challenge, put the weight onto your right hand and reach your left arm up. Twisting your body round, lifting your right leg and turning your chest to the side. Then slowly bring your left hand all the way back down. Bend your left knee so you can put pressure down into your left foot and slowly lift all the way back up. Tightening down the back of your right leg again. Then bring your hands together and drop your right foot down. Relax your arms by your sides. Roll your shoulders back. And then do the same on the other side. Hands come to chest, relaxing your shoulders, focusing on your spot. Lift your left knee up. Holding in your tummy. Stretch your knee out to the side. Reach down and hook it further up if you want to. Rest it down on the mat. Just tap down onto your toes if that feels better. Then stretch your arms above your head. reaching up. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch your arms out and point your left foot out behind you. Tightening again down the back of your leg, pointing your toes. Then imagine the route your spot's going to take, and you slowly follow that route, coming all the way down towards the mat. Tucking in your chin, straightening both legs if you can. Keep your left leg lifted and turn towards your right leg, reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep pointing your toes. Spreading your fingers out, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come all the way back down. Bend your right knee and lift all the way back up into star. Stretching out, pointing your toes, then hands come back to your chest and your left foot comes down.